Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. So today, as you can see, I have the newest Burberry Hero Parfum Intense, the 100ml bottle or the 3.3 fluid ounce. Now there hasn't been much advertisements or news about this new release, so it kind of caught me off guard, and someone in the comments in my previous video has pointed this new release out to me, and today I finally got it in hand. So we'll take a quick dive into this fragrance to see what it smells like and how it compares to the original Parfum as well as the original Burberry Hero. Now looking at the packaging, it's very identical to the Burberry Hero Parfum. The only difference is obviously at the front here, it says Parfum Intense, so make sure you keep an eye out for that when purchasing the newest Parfum Intense release. Now packaging wise, the top we've got the Burberry logo as usual, and at the bottom we've got the batch code information etched over here, and at the back we've got the ingredients. You can pause the screen if you want to read this. So without wasting any more of your time, I'm going to open this packaging and show you what the bottle looks like inside. So the bottle looks something like this. As you can see, the text written over here, Burberry Hero, and the Parfum Intense at the bottom down here. In my honest opinion, the text is quite difficult to read, especially the text being black and the bottle being a very dark brown color. It's very hard to read the text unless you angle it at a certain angle to really read the text of the reflection of the light. But again, that's just me. At the top we've got the Burberry logo, and the cap is magnetic, so it's a little bit heavy, and we've got the Burberry logo just goes around the neck of the bottle, which says Burberry England, and at the bottom it's just the batch code that matches the box before. I'm gonna waste a few sprays to show you what it looks like. It's a very good spray, and the magnetic cap just clips back like that. So looking at Fragrantica, we can see the main accords are leather, woody and fresh spicy. And if we take a look at the note breakdown, the top notes we've got black pepper, middle notes we've got leather, and the base notes there is cedarwood. So after giving this Burberry Hero Parfum Intense a good few sprays on my skin and clothes, the opening for this fragrance starts off very different to how you would usually compare to the original Burberry Hero, the Eau de Parfum, or even the Parfum version. This starts off with a very smoky, like a resin note leather fragrance, completely different to all its other flankers, and it's honestly caught me by surprise in a very good way. Now it starts off very aromatic. It has this kind of a warm spiciness to this, mixed in with that leather note and blended with some resin and borderline like tobacco smokiness to this fragrance, which is pleasantly surprising to say the least. And after about 2 to 3 hours, it turns to this lighter version of a leather note, supposedly mixed with the cedarwood, which makes this fragrance slightly fresher as well as a little bit aromatic with a touch of leather note. Now, one thing I would say is that the notes seems to blend really well with each other. I think that the black pepper note does come and go every now and then, and even after wearing this fragrance for a solid 8 hours now, I still get whiffs of the opening as well as the base notes, so it does come and go every so often. So there is definitely much more happening with this fragrance than illustrated on Fragrantica with 3 notes, and in my honest opinion it does remind me a little bit of Tom Ford ombre leather, but it's not entirely the same. It's much more of a mass appealing version of that fragrance, mixed in with some Burberry Hero DNA, and you would get this fragrance as a result. And that being said, the projection longevity, it's very good. I get a solid 10 to maybe 13 hours of longevity, and it projects about a room's length for the first 2 hours before it turns to a skin scent and a 6-foot radius around you after about 5 hours. So the longevity and projection really isn't an issue for this fragrance, which again did caught me by surprise because the original Burberry Hero or even the Eau de Parfum and the Parfum version didn't really last that long for me. Given that I've already done quite a lot of activities wearing this fragrance and it's still lasting quite strong on my skin, it did blow me away of how well this fragrance performs. And judging by the longevity, the projection, and how it smells, I honestly would give this fragrance a solid 9 out of 10. It's a really good release by Burberry. I think that they've released a fragrance which is quite unique in its own way, whilst maintaining the Burberry hero DNA. If you're new to wearing leather fragrances and you want to try out some leather fragrances, I recommend you to try this one first to see how if you like it or how you hate this fragrance. Mainly, like I said before, the leather note can be a little bit headache inducing or even nauseous for some people. So just be cautious of wearing this fragrance or even overspraying this, because it can be a little bit too much for some people wearing this, and they might get a bit bored or even want to wash them off your skin. So just keep that in mind before you buy this full bottle or even buying this as a gift for someone. Mainly, like I said before, the leather note in this fragrance could be a little bit too much for some people. On the opposite side, if you love leather fragrances, then I highly recommend you to try this one, because it has a very pleasant way of showcasing the leather note mixed in with some warm, spicy, aromatic resin smokiness to this fragrance. I know it's a mouthful, but I highly recommend you to try this before you buy a full bottle. And as usual, I'll see you all in my next video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this, and thanks for watching.